Thank you so much for joining us today. Today, we want to talk about think sufficiency. Remember last time we talked about think biblically. This time, it's think sufficiency. And by this, I mean Christ's sufficiency. I would say that all of you who are looking at this video with any interest, believe with all of your heart that the sufficiency of Christ is what we have to count on. Count on for our salvation. Count on for the power to live every day. In fact, I kind of got saved under an understanding of maybe a limited gospel where kind of all Jesus did was just save us so that we could do good on our own. And I had to learn later on that Christ not only saved me by His death, but He was continuing to save me by His life, delivering me from the penalty of sin, delivering me from the power of sin, and someday He's going to be delivering us from the presence of sin, and that's really cool. I have a little card here in my hand, and these 8 words were given to me many years ago by a mentor, and he was going to come to our church and speak, and I asked him, I said, what are you going to speak on? And he said, Joe, I'm going to speak on Jesus Christ, obviously present and actively in charge. And you know, when he said that, it's like the whole lens of my life focused, and I understood, wow, this is the power of the church. This is the source of revival. And later I became so bold as to say, this is the answer to everything. And I've talked to pastors, you know, around the nation, and I've asked them, is there any need in your church that you know that you face that this doesn't meet? If Jesus Christ is obviously present and actively in charge, it's like there's nothing that can't be done with Him. And I think about Jesus and those years when He was with His disciples on the earth, and if you go to the harmony of the Gospels and you'll just check out all the situations where Jesus was there was never anything that He faced. It could be a maniac of Gadara, or it could be just needing to know where the fish are. But Jesus always knew. Or it could just be a little counsel, a little word of advice like He gave to Martha. But Jesus is always sufficient. Don't say it. I know Jesus will build our church, but don't say that. Say, I know that Jesus will build His church. Period. And He will build it so strong that even the gates of hell are not going to prevail against it. So as a church, if we're going to let Jesus lead and really do as well as He can, then we have to think sufficiency. That's good news. Thanks for joining us. Check out our blog.